when you think about it, some people just aren't the smartest people. And while I don't want to necessarily say they're dumb, we all know those few dim bulbs of the group, of any sort of group, just the ones that, like, are not the smartest. I have had several instances where I have been, like, partnered up with this one very particular kid, and I've kind of been stuck with him. And for the sake of this story, his name is gonna be, his name is gonna be Julian. Yeah, for the sake of this episode, his name is gonna be Julian, and for privacy reasons. But yeah, if I'm sure nobody knows what I'm talking about, but you all know that if you don't know by now, I have very big brain. Except for when it comes to taking instructions. If it comes to taking instructions, then my brain is squared. I'm often quite confused. But when it comes to actually, like, doing actual, like, work, I have big wrinkle-stinkle brain. So, like, man, I don't even know. I'm just so irritated. Like, because, like, I don't necessarily like this kid, and at the same time, we're somewhat friends. Ever have those people that you just don't know why you're friends with them? Yeah, probably. But, when you really boil down to it, or when you really think on it, maybe you're just smart and they have average intelligence. Anyway, but this is probably going to sound really narcissistic of me, and I hate all of that. But these are a few times I've these are a few times that I've been partnered up with Julian. Cue intro. So, first one was when I first moved to Tecumseh. And I first was in 5th grade. So, like, oh my god, I can't even talk because he was just too irritating. I don't like this. But, like, he's genuinely extremely irritating. And I'm not saying this to be mean, and I will say this in the nicest way possible. I don't like him. I've said it several times already. I just want to reemphasize the point that I don't like him at all. But, like, he has, like, some of the weird... Anyway, I feel like I'm getting off track. Anyway, in 5th grade, we were in gym doing... You all know what... Voice crack? You all know what the pacer test is, right, in gym? If you didn't know, the pacer test is when you have to go, like, you have to run, like, a machine will say go, or, like, a tablet will say go, and then you run to the other side of the gym, and you have about 8 seconds, the first, like, 7 runs, and then your time gradually decreases to get from next area. Basically, it's testing how well you can pace yourself, hence the name pacer test. This doesn't require partners, however, but there is a similar thing called, like, the push-up test, where you have to do push-ups the same way when you have to hold it until when it says up, and when it says down, you can actually go down. I don't know why they do these things. I mean, I get kind of why. But that one requires a partner, so you can have people spot you, because, let's be real, the teacher isn't going to look at 30-some-odd kids and be like, okay, I'm going to keep track of all of them. It's just not humanly possible, unless you're some sort of super, super teacher or something. Anyway, so I was partnered up with Julian. And, like, stupid part is, so, no, at the time I couldn't necessarily do push-ups, and this is going to sound really hypocritical of me, neither could he, which I think that's why I picked him as my partner. And I can't think of this without smirking. Want to know why? I decided to be a little devil because they said, and I quote, call your partner out, or not call them out, but stop them if they if they mess up. Think you all know where this is going, right? I decided I'm going to, because, like, he doesn't go down at all when he does push-ups. It's like that's him the entire time. Like, him, like, up and down. So, when they say down, he does his little thing, and I'm like, you're done. He looked at me with such anger, and I don't know why, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this, like, devious sense, but, like, whenever you've just, like, whenever you feel like oh my god, how do I even describe this? When you do something that you probably shouldn't have and should have cut them some slack, but you had to let them know that they were wrong. Yeah, that was me. I did that. He wanted to hit me, and he didn't. No, he's about my height, so I could have easily taken him. But, yeah. So, there was that one instance, and I'm gonna skip forward a bit, because, I'd like this episode to be short and sweet. But, another, like, this next one was pretty recent. Also, when I say pretty recent, I mean, like, in 8th grade. So, for context, I had every class with this kid. And I kid you not, it was like a living hell. You may think I'm exaggerating, but his voice is like nails on a chalkboard. He always has this, like, he's like, I mean, and I can't, I mean, the voice one I can understand, because, you know, I just can. But, like, he's like, you know those, I'm sure everybody has had one of those kids that always tries to be first. Like, he'd sit in the back of the class, and, like, and he'd say he was super fast, but this is him running. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this around. I don't know if you saw that. It was like, no joke. That is how he runs. Why? I don't know. But, like, it happens. And because it happens, I don't like it. I just remember that I'm also recording this on Anchor as well, so that, you know, I probably am just gonna have to cut that out. Which is why, also, my last episode is a YouTube exclusive. I'm gonna say that now. Because it mainly requires a lot of video and a lot of context, and my friend yelled at me for reposting it on YouTube. I'm a great friend. Anyway, me and Julian are on decent terms now. I don't have any classes with him, so that's good. But this last time, so I was almost forced every single class to be partnered up with this kid. Now, I was in special ed classes for most of it, for like a big chunk of 8th grade. And then which he's also in, but a lot of my friends were in special ed classes. And I got moved from classes, and to that, it was like God said, you don't need to deal with this anymore. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Then I thought about it and was like, oh, but all of my friends are in those classes. What's the moral of this story? There isn't one. Well, this last part kind of is a moral. Although, I keep forgetting to talk about the time I've been partnered with him. Please note, he is able to drive now. He's 15. I'm only 13. Why is he this old and in a freshman in high school with me? Don't know. Probably not my business. However, I kid you not. So, how do I describe this? You ever seen that, like, remember, like, when, I'm pretty sure, if you remember these times, if you've ever been, I know you've been in kindergarten, but when you go to kindergarten, like, for the first time, and then, like, you meet all these new people, but then there's, like, this one person that's just, like, you hate or cannot stand being around. And then it's like you're stuck with them. It feels like they're like stuck with you and you're stuck with them. Like your fates are intertwined. That is me and this kid's relationship. And once again, I'm going to say this a lot. I kid you not. I tried to do work with him. We had to be split up. Want to know why? Because I'm just going to say it like this. I'm saying this as nice as possible. Well, not only because we didn't get any work done for majority of that night to complete this task in one day, which for only having like 50 minutes to complete it, getting a B isn't all that bad for that project. Now, granted, I'm sure he got a less grade. I'm sure he got a worse grade than I did. I can guarantee it. But I'm pretty sure that the project we had to do was we had to, like, I don't actually remember if this is in 7th grade or 6th grade, or 7th grade, 6th grade, or 8th grade, but we had to, like, make a model of the human body on paper. Want to know what? I had to be separated from my group. Don't know why. But, like, it's... Also, this kid is white. I don't know why I said that, but it's favoritism. But, anyway, these are my experiences with Julian. If you like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'm going to take a mental power hour because I don't want to have to think about this kid. Anyway, cue outro.